Okay, I got this intake manifold all ready to shoot some primer on it. Got it done on both sides. And I'll show you how I did this tape job right here. It's really pretty simple. Where it contours to all your whatever you're taping on. I'll just do an easy spot right here. Well, I guess I could do right here. I'll just double this up, show you. Okay, you take some kind of this is a little magnet that I use. You need something to, what you're going to do, you're just going to score it. You're just going to rub it across here like this. It takes a while to get it done. See, it just, this one ain't going to come off real easy. Anyway, it's supposed to have been easier than that. Let me try this back side here. Okay, push her down like that. And just score it like this. Let's see how it's just that easy. It takes a while to get all this around here. I mean, I took it in the house, stuck it on the kitchen table, and probably spent over an hour getting all this taped off good. So now we're going to shoot some primer on this today. Like I say, I think we're going to let it sit over the weekend. Got all this taped off, all the electronics taped off, and most of this is going to be red with some silver accents on it. I think this is probably going to be red too. So we'll get ready to get the compressor kicked on. We're no more than what we're painting. We're just going to use this little touch-up gun. So yeah, I need to run some acetone through it first, get it all cleaned out. And I'll get my primer mixed up with my catalyst and get my mask and everything on. And I still don't have any gloves. I'm guessing I'm going to have to order them online. I went to Walmart to get gloves and they don't fit. So I'm going to stop here for a minute and I'm going to get the compressor fired up and get it aired up. I'll get the I'll go ahead and get my paint and everything mixed up, my primer, and we'll start shooting this thing. So we'll be right back. Okay, before you can start shooting your primer, you need to set up your guns. You need to get an air dryer that'll dry the air in your line. Need one on the compressor and need one on the gun, because you sure don't want water splatters on what you're painting. Okay, this is just a little touch-up gun that I'm using. It don't use much paint. It's perfect for little projects like this. And it don't use a whole lot of air. Okay, now I'm painting the top cover. This is so you can take the intake manifold apart. Not sure why they designed it like that. I guess so you clean the inside. It worked pretty good for that. There's the throttle body. Yeah, if I had to do it over again, I wouldn't take this throttle body apart, because I messed up the electronics in it. Very, very sensitive. Okay, we've got everything all covered good. Got the gun all cleaned out. Intake manifold covered good. So now we'll get to do the fun part. Put some color on it. Like I say, we're gonna let this sit over the weekend. Let it get some dust on it. We'll blow it off. Now it's looking good. I used up all my primer, so I don't have nothing left. That's an automotive primer. A urethane primer. So it does take a catalyst. Stuff right here. So we'll let this dry out for a little bit and then we'll be back. Okay, this is some red paint left over from the Camaro project. I'm getting it all mixed up. Putting it in the touch-up gun. Testing the pattern. Gonna start on the throttle body. Yeah, like I was saying, I kind of messed up the throttle body. Where it, I should have never took the clips apart. The way that thing is designed, I'll show you in some later videos on that. The way it's designed is not, you cannot take it apart. It will damage the four little fingers that keeps track of your throttle position. So it completely destroyed it. So I started getting all kind of codes on the car. But we'll go into that in another video. Now we're shooting some red on the top cover. Yeah, that's a beautiful red. I believe that's called Victory Red. Yeah, that's beautiful when it gets the clear coat put on it. And it kind of looks pretty cool too when it's before it gets the clear coat on it. Kind of has that matte looking finish on it after it dries out good. Got that one done. Starting on the intake manifold. Yeah, I figured I'd just do a voiceover on this because you got the compressor running and I got my mask on, and by the way, you do need a regular mask like for painting. You gotta have a real mask on to pull out all them vapors. I'll tell you what, that red paint is strong. Wow. Even just doing a little bit of touch up. Get you some good ventilation and get your mask on and go to painting. Well, I finally did get me some gloves. A little bit late now. Got them down at the dollar store. Got 50 pair of them. Or 50 pieces, I don't know, 50 pair. I think 50 gloves in a little box. So that'll come in handy for some other project. Yeah, just gotta make sure you get everything covered good. Don't want no dry spots, because they'll really show. Up underneath it don't really matter that much, because it's not going to show anyway. Yeah, once I got clear coat on it, it sure turned out nice. Yeah, it's a lot of work doing all this. But I'll tell you what, I kind of like doing painting, but it's a lot of work. But whenever you get your end product, it looks just amazing. Okay, what do you think of that? So we're gonna do some accent with silver. See how that's even gonna work. I don't think it's gonna work. Well, the silver's not gonna work. I was really wanting to accent all this with silver. I was gonna paint all this down. See, the silver it's just mixing right in with the red. I was gonna paint all this silver, that silver, do some trim around that with silver. Actually, what I'm gonna have to do, I'm gonna have to get the red back out, because right around there I didn't get coated good on this top plate here, and it would have been no big deal if I was gonna trim it with silver. All around this edge here, it needs to be, this is all gonna show too, so I have to get the red back out, put the silver up. It shows a little bit, the silver does. Kind of shows a little sparkly. So I guess I'll go ahead and touch it up a little bit. Well, so much for that. I know how we could do it. We could clear coat it and then hit it with silver. And you'd have to hit it with clear coat again. So we'll see. So I'm going to get some red out. I'll do some touch up on this top cover here. Right around here. But what I did do, I painted all my bolts silver. Got a box. Painted all my bolts silver. And they turned out real good. That'll be a good contrasting color. Being that silver's not going to work, guess we'll just carry on here. Oh yeah, that's going to work good on the red. Didn't get this edge painted good enough. I gotta get all this touched up, get it dried. We're gonna get it clear coated here pretty quick. See that silver bolt in there on the red cover? And all these are gonna be silver. So that'll look pretty cool. Okay, I guess I'll go get ready to mix up some clear coat. When I'm shooting clear coat, I'm not going to be able to talk to you, so I'll be definitely wearing a mask. Even doing this touch-up, I probably should have had a mask on. Wow, that stuff's strong. I'm ready to get this car back together so I can move on with something else. Okay, we'll let this thing set overnight. It's all good and dry. I let it set for about 2 hours after I shot it with the clear coat. I started taking all this tape off. So everything looks really good. So now we're going to start putting this thing back together. We got our bolts coated with silver paint. Okay, first we're going to install this thing. And then I had to get a gasket set for this. And this thing was $50. I had to get one because whenever I took it apart, I didn't really need this one here. I really didn't need this one. I needed this one right here. Whenever I pull this one off, I think this one like right over here got pinched and I messed up the gasket right here. So I said, well, I want it done right, so I went ahead and got a new gasket for it. So we got that ready to go here shortly. Next video we're going to put the intake manifold on. Right now we're just going to get this intake manifold back together. Okay, just make sure all your surfaces are good and clean. If you didn't paint it, these are all nice and clean. Set it down on there. And this piece here in there, don't forget this piece. Not exactly sure what that does, but probably wouldn't be a bad idea to go ahead and drop some bolts in there so this thing don't move while it's being tightened down. Drop these bolts in there like that. Okay, now we can start putting on these little ones. Okay, we're gonna get all these tightened down. Crisscross pattern. These are not that big a deal compared to these main bolts here these right here. You torque it down to the engine. Okay, these are supposed to be 89 inch-pounds on these set of bolts on your cover here. So we're just going to snug them down. Just go back and forth. Did these two now, then we'll do the outside ones. I'm not gonna worry about torquing these. Just snug them up good is all you gotta do. Okay, go around and check them all. Okay, that's good on that. I've already got my bolt back here in there, because you got to have this in there before you can put it in there, or you'll never be able to get that bolt in there once you get it installed. So it's a good idea to put that one in first. We'll probably go ahead and take these back out. We just need to pop them back out. We just didn't want our gasket to move. I guess we can go ahead and install the throttle body. Okay, we'll get our bolts here. Don't forget to put on your gasket here. Okay, we're gonna have to raise that up somehow. Okay, now we can put this on there. Okay, we're not going to put this on today. It's going to be in another video. It's going to be in a video by itself. So we're just going to get all the intake manifold ready to go. Okay, just want to snug them up. I'm not sure how many foot-pounds or inch-pounds these are. Probably about the same as these covering bolts. You don't want to get them too tight though. Okay, then we're good and snug. Okay, I think we're ready to install this. Got a gasket here. I'm ready to get this thing done. Get to our next project. So thanks for watching.